A hammer, a crowbar, 13 opening wrench, an inner diagonal wrench of 6 millimeters. This is a percentage chart. These are all the tools we need to operate. The first thing we need to adjust is the flatness of the mold. Loosen all the screws here first. After all the screws are loosened, return the mold to the uniform scale. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a 13 millimeters wrench to loosen the screw underneath. After releasing it, it can move back and forth. At this time, it is on the system page. First, we make it smaller. Check the pressure. We must ensure that it is within 10 tons. Run. Okay, next step is to press this slider down. Be very careful. The position where the upper mold and the lower mold are about to be flush. Push it away. You need to make sure that the tip of the upper mold can find the plane of the lower mold. We use this plane to adjust the flatness of the mold. We must ensure that the die tip of the upper mold fits the plane of the lower mold. After fitting, let's go to the front to observe. Is there a gap in this plane? That's the tip of the upper die. Is there a gap between the plane of the lower mold and the plane of the lower mold? If there is a gap, let's nudge this diagonal iron in. Knock until there is no gap in the chassis. When there is no gap between the plane of the upper and lower molds, we lock these two screws tightly. Raise the slider again. After rising, restore the lower mold to its original position. And tighten the 4 screws below. After the lower mold is released, we need reassurance. The top die tip and the bottom of the lower die notch should be kept in a straight line. After adjusting to a straight line, let's tighten all the following 4 screws. We can check the position of the mold again.
模具的位置。
Okay, the whole process is over. We are now going to adjust the straightness of the backstop. The first step is to press this slider down a little bit. Stop the machine after reaching this position. Get ready. Dial table. Let's go behind the machine. The fixed position of the front slider of this machine. Let's install this dial. After we install it, we start to adjust the position. We need to put the dial up against the hill. Leave about 0.2 millimeters of travel distance. So at this time we can adjust the four backers in the same position to maintain the same accuracy. Then like the first one, now it's 0.3 millimeters. That is to say, at this 30 position. If the second one is not in the 30 position, we can loosen these to screws. We can loosen these to screws. Then this can be adjusted back and forth. Keep adjusting until all the backers are in the same position. Then tighten these to screws. So in the same way, we can adjust all the backers. Okay, until all the backers are on the same scale. So now we're using 1.0 millimeter sheets. Manual page to enter the length of the board we walked. We need an angle of 90 degrees. It has a thickness of 1 millimeter. Then check it out. Is the number of the upper mold and the lower mold correct, and the position of the back backer? We run the machines. Start bending. After bending, let's check if the angle is correct. This is 88. This is 89. If there is a deviation in the angle of the two sides, we can correct the position of a 1 again, and the location of a 2. Then the position of a 1 is the angle correction on the left. A 2 is the angle correction on the right. We can trim a 2 to -1. Then its bending angle can be consistent. Let's click on Settings. Location Modification. Modify the position on the machine page here. If your x-axis, deviation from your actual bending size, we can adjust its x-axis positioning. Can be -1. If it is small, we can adjust it to +1. The x-axis trunnion can be adjusted.